Peace everyone. I am Dr. SZ coming to you from Academy of Transformational Life Coaching. So today I'm joined with beautiful Dr. Seshni. She is a clinical psychiatrist. She's undeniably one of the top psychiatrists in Milton Keynes, not only Milton Keynes, worldwide. She has written books, and she is running a Happy Doctor's Kitchen blog as well. So we are going to talk about anxiety and stress. So before that, I would like to ask her a few questions. So Dr. Seshni, where were you born?
I was born in South Africa.
Right, and which town, whereabouts South Africa was it?
So I was born in Durban in South Africa, and thank you, Zabeen, for this opportunity to be able to come and talk to you today.
Thank you too.
And you look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
You are looking stunning as well, as always.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, I was fortunate to have been born in South Africa in Durban. It's a coastal town, a lovely place to have had lovely childhood memories.
It's last time you said it's by the beach.
Yes, so it's coastal, so it's by a lot of beaches, and a lot of my memories of my childhood is going to the beach over the weekends, spending time and having picnics with my family, and also in the spice shop in my dad's shop.
Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. So where did you get your where did you do your degrees in medicine and then later psychiatrist?
So I studied in South Africa in Bloemfontein. It's one of the towns in the Orange Free State in South Africa, and I completed my medical degree. And then when I finished that, I came to the UK and started studying my psychiatry.
That's nice. So what's the name of the institution in South Africa? Was it in your town, or
So it's
in the capital?
So it's in Orange Free State, and it was the Orange Free State University. It's now known as the University of Free State.
Oh, nice. So what made you to choose psychiatry to study?
Well, initially, if I can just say that I've always wanted to be a doctor. First and foremost, from the time I was about 6 or 7 years old, I knew I wanted to become a doctor to help other people and to heal people. And then becoming a psychiatrist was to further this passion which I've always had and the desire to help others. And I felt that with psychiatry, I was fascinated with the brain and how the brain works. And knowing that in psychiatry, I would be able to treat a person with mental health problem. As we know, people with mental health, it is a serious issue. And knowing that I, as a psychiatrist and a doctor, would be able to treat them not only with medication, but also with psychology and with the social aspects of support. I knew that psychiatry is what I wanted to do, and therefore I've always been passionate about it.
So that's to say that you transform people's life. People come to you with something, and then after they have had help from you, they are now they are different different person with different understanding and different energy. Is that, can I say that?
Yes, I can say that most of the patients and the people that I've seen have been transformed, and there's been lots of success stories. Just yesterday I was attending court for a client who had anxiety and panic disorder, and he said he's transformed his life in 18 months by taking medication, antidepressant like fluoxetine, as well as cognitive behavioral therapy, and then seeing someone who's actually being transformed with the tools and the means that we are actually giving people. For me, that's a success story. However, I can say that there are some difficult cases who don't respond, but those are more serious. But ultimately, most of the time, I am I am able to see that lots of our patients do recover from mental health.
That's nice. So, who was your idol, or who is your idol, and who you drew your life inspiration from?
I would say my parents, my mom, she's a teacher, Moodliar, and my dad, he's late, Moodliar, are one of the two people who I do idolize. My mom was a teacher and she taught us, so education was very much a part of our lives. And my dad, I think I've had such a rich education from him being a businessman and working in the spice shop with him from a young age. That's where I learned about people skills, about communication, and that's when I knew I wanted to become a doctor and a psychiatrist, and to help other people. And together with that, and also my experience with spices, I then started the Happy Doctor's Kitchen. Having said that, I do idolize Nelson Mandela. I think he's someone who's touched my life and millions and billions of people around the world. He had a purpose and he fulfilled the purpose of fighting for people, for his people of South Africa. And because of him, I was able to become a doctor in South Africa. So he is someone I will always have an admiration for, because he fought for the people of his country, and he's still someone I do look up to. So he is one of my role models.
He's the not only yours. He's the role model of mine, and I'm sure many other million people's. So he is a really motivational figure.
Yes, I totally agree. And I was reading my daughter's, she's 12-year-old, and I was reading her homework, and she had written in her book, one of the quotes was from Nelson Mandela, and it was, "Winners are dreamers who never give up." And I was touched by reading that, and it was only by chance that I saw that in her book. And then I could see that he's not only touched my life, but like you said, he's touched yours and people around the world, but also the young generation are still being affected by his wisdom.
Yeah, that's so true. So if I ask you to just express in one word that you have learned from him, then can you I know it's very difficult, but can you choose just one word?
So I would have to say it's love and freedom. Unfortunately, not just one word, but I think that's what I've learned from Nelson Mandela. He loved the people who oppressed him, and he showed them love. He showed the rest of the world and also his people that he was willing to fight for a cause which was right, and ultimately which led to the freedom of his people and himself too. So I think those are two important concepts which I've learned from him and which I continue to practice daily in my life in all aspects.
That's very nice. Actually, the main core principle of life is love and freedom. You want to be free, you want to receive love, and you want to give love. That's I feel personally, that's the core of I can say as well, that's the core of my being. I think it's true isn't it true for you as well?
Yes, definitely. I totally agree with you, Dr. Zabeen, that ultimately it boils down to love in all aspects of our life. And people who love easily and who use the power of love, not only for self-love for themselves, but for people around them, usually do see their lives transformed.
And that's beautiful. So how was your life journey thus far?
I would say I'm charmed one, because I really feel blessed with my life in South Africa and then coming to the UK. Now I'm happily married with a husband who's very supportive and 3 beautiful kids. And I'm doing a job which I'm really passionate about, which is being a psychiatrist, a doctor, a healer, and also now doing the Happy Doctor's Kitchen.
Right, and I know your kids or children are very talented, and they play golf and they do other activities. And the little one, youngest one, she's a girl. She her name is Sitara. She came to participate one of the events that I organized for Trustworthy Foundation. It was the art competition, and she was the winner. And her art, she expressed the mental health. It was for World Mental Health Day, so she expressed all of the concepts so beautifully. I was amazed. She was really nice, and she's really talented young. How old is she now?
So Sitara is 9, and yes, Dr. Zabeen, the World Mental Health Day, which was organized by yourself, was so well attended and was a successful event.
Thank you very much.
Yes, raising awareness of mental health issues which are real and which need more awareness. So it's good to see that, from your event, which was held, it helped raise awareness in Milton Keynes and other places.
Thank
because
you very
I know
much.
it was also shown on the
TV,
Bangladeshi channel.
On one of the channel.
Yes, and Sitara was very pleased to have won the art competition. And like you said, on her art, she had drawn a picture of the globe of Earth, of the whole world, and then she had people around it, which was illustrating how universal this problem is. And World Mental Health Day is something which needs to be celebrated and recognized worldwide.
Yes, I agree.